What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the 49-yard line. The season is over. Finally. The terrible 6-11 season has finally come to an end. And I mean, good. Goodness, watching this all year has been tough for all of us. But let's just hop right into it, what we saw today. First of all, let's just start off with talking about Josh Dobbs. Now, initially, when he came out, I would say first half ish, he was looking pretty good. Just remember I said that. He was looking pretty good. And then second half, all the turnovers started happening. Obviously, we had a bunch of penalties and just made a bunch of mistakes. And Josh Dobbs showed that he's a backup quarterback for a reason. Mind you, this guy was third string on our team. But just let me ask this question. He came out, had a good first half. When the game is somewhat in the balance, close game, maybe you can make a couple plays, make something happen, possibly even win. All of a sudden, turnovers start happening. That should remind you of Brock Purdy. I mean, what has he done this season that was so much different than what Josh Dobbs did today? I mean, he would come out in plenty of games and look great, super accurate, anticipating throws, putting the ball on the money, scrambling, creating plays, going the extra mile. And then when the game is important, the game is on the line, all of a sudden, here comes a turnover. We all know he's terrible in the second half. Just look at his numbers. They are not great. They're definitely not elite worthy quarterback play. It's not there. I don't see it. No one sees it. But for some reason, we're just so anxious to pay this guy top dollar. Why won't we just wait? What's the problem with franchise tagging him and letting him prove himself another year? Because we had one full season of great play from Brock Purdy where we went to the Super Bowl. And then we have a season where it sucks. And I know that we were injured, but let's look at the Lions. Like, we had 18 injuries this year. The Lions had 17 injuries this year, yet they're fighting to be the number one seed in the NFC, playing for a first round bye. We, on the other hand, are 6-11. I'm not saying Jared Goff is an elite quarterback either, but their team seems to find a way to get it done. And most of the time, your quarterback is one of the main reasons why you can get it done. We've seen Brock Purdy choke in these big situations many, many times. I didn't see too much different from Josh Dobbs. It was like dang near plug and play. I'm not saying that Josh Dobbs is better than Brock Purdy because he's not. But as far as the numbers go and how the game went and how it ended with the turnovers and all the stuff, like Brock Purdy can stuff the stat box. But then you'll see that interception, maybe two interceptions at the end when the game counted and it's all over. So I liked how Josh Dobbs looks and how he looked in the beginning, and then I saw why he was a backup quarterback. But if your third string at one point quarterback can play a game similar to the guy you're contemplating paying 50, 60 plus $1 million, that's a problem. And I'm hoping that the front office looks at that and just franchise tag him. And if he holds out, then bring in another quarterback to challenge this guy. He needs to be playing with some pressure under him because this decision is so big. It's so massive to our future and how good the rest of our team can be. That kind of money that he's going to bring or that he would get would put our team in a deficit. Like, we need the money to pay good players so we can be contending again. We were like 1-5 against the NFC West this year, which isn't that great of a division. Those other teams might get better in the offseason just like we feel. I thoroughly believe that we will be a better team next year because we have big moves that we have to make. And we have an easy schedule that's coming up. And we're going to have a top 11 pick if we don't trade up and get something even better. But I'm just really hoping that our team can make some kind of decision very soon to where we trade away certain players and we're bringing in new coaches because wow, that defense, it's terrible. They need to fire everyone. Terrible. We have given up 87 points in the last 2 weeks. Wow. From a defense that we all know to be top tier. Not even close to that this year. It is absolutely awful. I mean, we're the ones getting bullied now. It's crazy. But we got to make a better decision on Purdy. We cannot pay this guy $60 million without bringing in someone else to challenge him for that. Like we need a real quarterback competition. Don't just bring in a guy that's going to be a good backup. Like no, bring in somebody that's worthy of starting in this league and make him prove to us that he can do it. I don't care about just the one Super Bowl run when you had Christian McCaffrey. Cuz to me it seems like we were only that good because of Christian McCaffrey. It's like when he goes down, all of a sudden our running game isn't the same. Our passing game isn't even the same. He's looking like a CMC merchant. Like, yes, Brock Purdy's a good quarterback. But my whole point is that he's just not elite to make that type of money. If the Niners can't see this, we are going to be in trouble for some years. Man, I just really hope that we make the right decisions here. Like, we've already done this with Jimmy Garoppolo. Have we not? Have we not already done this with Jimmy G just to find out what happens? Like, every time we pay a person, this is what happens. They don't perform after that. And Purdy did this in his contract year. So you're going to go into this contract year. Purdy has everything to prove, and he doesn't. Extra average year, and you're going to pay him anyway? Niners, please make it make sense. Please do the right thing and let this guy play out another year or just offer him something a lot lower than what he's asking for or scheme it in some kind of way where he's not getting a whole bunch up front. Something. But I'm a big fan of making him play out another year since we're clearly keeping Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. If that's the case, just let Purdy play out another year under his current contract. I get he's making pennies right now, but this is the only way for our team to even get better. We have a lot of holes we need to fix. A lot. A lot. And it's honestly going to start with that defense. That defense has D-line issues. We honestly have a safety issue as well. Huff is inconsistent and he's been injured in and out and can't really stay on the field. We got to do something back there. Our young guys getting a chance to play today, it was nice to see, but our defense is just getting ran through. People run the ball on us, they pass the ball on us, they just do whatever they want. They're bullying us, stiff arming us out the way, they're doing to us what Jawan Jennings does when he's blocking anybody. Now, I will say today, I was hurt that Jawan had to get kicked out the game because he was only 25 yards away from getting his 1,000-yard season. And who's to say he'll ever get that close again to having a 1,000-yard season? It was unfortunate to see that happen. I love the type of attitude that he brings to this team. Like I've said before that Dre Greenlaw was our Draymond Green. But Jawan Jennings is that same thing on offense. And he's going to bring the physicality. And he's going to block like a good receiver should. I love the way that Jawan Jennings plays. I just really wish he didn't get kicked out. That hurt my heart, and I'm sure it hurt him as well. But I love his physicality, so if that's what he brings to the team, then hey, it is what it is. But we do have to make some major decisions coming up in this offseason. And it's going to start with our draft. What are we really targeting? We need offensive line. We need D-line. We need safeties. We got to be healthy. Now that is one thing we have to look forward to is our guys actually getting a real offseason, not playing into the end like they have been doing the last few seasons. A real off season, players actually showing up to training camp and actually playing, building that chemistry all over again, knocking off the dust. All of that is necessary because it's been proven that when you don't show up to training camp, you're behind. And now you're at risk of getting injured, which is what happened. And it's happened multiple times to us. So hopefully we can please learn our lesson and let's do something better moving forward, like being there. Let's just be there. Shoot, for the team's sake, just be there. So let that chemistry build so we can actually be competitive. This was a very, very sad season. And we're going to have the same coach. I just really hope they decimate that coaching staff on the defensive side for sure. Steve Wilkes isn't looking so bad right now, is he? He got crapped on so bad all last season and got fired after the Super Bowl and only gave up 19 points to Patrick Mahomes at one point. I just, whew. And we turn around the next season and we do this. Man, fire Steve Wilkes, huh? Maybe not so much. Maybe there's deeper issues here. But I guess we will truly, truly find out soon. But I'm going to be tapping back in for sure to see what's going on with this offseason, draft, positioning, possible, all the possibilities of what we might do. You know, sure, I might even have my own ranking of where I think we should draft, who we should draft, all of that. I'm going to be active this offseason on this channel. So please tune in because my opinion is going to be out there. And hopefully what I'm saying resonates and some of these things do come to fruition because there's some good players out there and there's good moves that we need to make and there's good coaches out there. Everybody needs to humble themselves, chalk this season up as a huge L, but learn from it. And let's make something better happen next season. But I'm going to holler at y'all in a minute. And until then, God bless.